Hey again, it's Francis, and welcome back to another level of Dungeon Synthesis. In this episode, I'm going to try to finish up that song I've been working on. Let's go take a look in Reaper. Alright, here we are, with a rough and somewhat complete structure. I'm going to be doing some mixing, so I want to get rid of my sample library and go back to my mixer. I like to listen to all the parts when I'm mixing, so I don't spend a lot of time making one thing sound good. Well, the other stuff ends up covering it up in the long run. So, I like to find a spot that's very busy to do most of my mixing, and loop that section. It looks like this is the part of the song where all the action happens. So, I'm going to use that as my reference for mixing. I'm going to start by adding some width to the bass with a stereo delay. So I'm going to set this to have a very wide ping pong, quite a loud output, and the tempo is going to be set to about a half note. That's making this bass really big, so I think I might include some parameter modulation on the filter, using a sidechain signal. That sounds really cool. I think this synth needs a little bit of echo as well. I'll try using the same plugin again. If any of the instruments could use more reverb, I think it's this synth. So I'm going to come back to this reverb send and turn it up a bit. Let's add some saturation to these anvils. I'm going to add a little bit of stereo field by putting the synth slightly to the left and the anvil slightly to the right. I'm going to put the cymbals pretty far to the right. And I'm going to put this other anvil pretty far to the left. This reverb's getting a bit muddy, so I'm going to take out a lot of the low end from it. And after doing that, I feel obligated to send the kick drum through the reverb as well. After all, it is supposed to sound like Dungeon Synth. I'm also having a problem with this snare drum. I'm thinking that maybe I want to do some type of parameter modulation with this EQ. I might, yes, I think that I'll use an LFO to control this, so each snare sounds a bit different. That sounds pretty good. Nice and far in the background. The cymbals need a little bit less. This is getting delightful. I think I'm going to listen to the song from the beginning and adjust my master bus processing. You'll notice that there's already a plugin here, RiaStream, and I use that to send audio to the stream so that I can make a video. I'm also seeing that I'm clipping sometimes, so I think I'm going to take my drum bus and turn it down by about 6 decibels, and I'm going to take my synth bus and do the same. We can always recoup that volume with a limiter. My reverb is at -12, so I'll bring that to -18 to match the other buses. Let's hear it now. Starting by getting that volume back as best as I can. Some people like mixing into a limiter, just making sure it stays loud the whole time. I'll do that for now, and maybe I'll scale back the threshold. I like using a saturation on my master bus. I'm going to use this module, shifting the whole song by a few cents to replicate the sound of a warp from a tape. This is going to sound hilarious for a moment, so bear with me. I think I want to bring this part back, actually. Maybe for half as long. Reintroducing it with that drum fill again. And then ending the song. Maybe I'll have a big chord to end it on as well. I kind of like that idea. With one last anvil strike. Let's hear this. I'll set my limit to -1 decibels, and I'm going to match my gain as best as I can. Maybe just a power chord. And a little bit less of this delay. Even less of this delay. That sounds pretty cool. And I think that might be it for this track. Thanks so much for tuning in.